It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, it's a Monday morning. Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast for Expresso on SABC 3. And time right now for your weekly tech roundup with our expert general manager of bandwidthblog.com, Bryan Smith. And it's all about Elon Musk, who managed to break headlines once again this Friday with a slew of new announcements that have captured our imaginations. And I'm sure they captured yours too, Bryan.
They did indeed.
Yeah, let's talk first thing about what he's planning to make some of the latest rockets that they've developed at SpaceX obsolete by introducing something far more efficient, something far more advanced. I mean, he spent billions and billions on these things, so I don't even know how he is able to do that. But tell me about the story. What's happening?
Well, indeed, he's up to his old tricks again. At an event this past Friday, what Elon Musk and SpaceX announced is that they're seeking to develop a new rocket system dubbed the BFR, Big Effing Rocket, as it is so called.
Creative, guys.
Well, what it's actually going to do is really interesting in that it comes on the back of an announcement by NASA earlier this week, in that NASA are seeking to create a satellite in orbit around the moon dubbed the Deep Space Gateway.
Okay.
That will sort of be the frontier for future efforts to distant planets such as Mars.
Okay.
So Elon Musk is proposing that this new rocket system will be responsible for refueling and retrofitting these kind of efforts, which will hence bring in more income back to SpaceX.
And well, maybe that's why the next idea is then coming around, because he's also proposing a new way that we could travel around the world far quicker. Is it via rocket as well?
It is.
So he's going to take the old rockets, put them into the new taxi transport system around the world, and then build new ones to go to space. I don't know. How is that supposed to work?
Well, what is proposed is that we use the BFR as a city-to-city rocket system. So whereas now you might board an airline to fly from city to city, what Elon is proposing is that we use this BFR system to board at one city, launch into the stratosphere, and land back in another city in under the period of an hour, depending on the distance between the cities in question.
Wow. I'm not quite sure what was the time between when the Wright brothers first kind of thought about aviation and then we had commercial flights. But what's the feasibility of this? What time frame are we looking at? The idea that this could happen and the actuality or the eventuality of it taking place?
Well, to answer your question, there are two major problems we have to sort of circumvent before we can get there. And the first, of course, is funding, in that SpaceX has allocated about $10 billion towards this project. And of course, Elon Musk, the man, is immensely wealthy and has said in the past he uses personal wealth to fund these endeavors. But SpaceX will be competing closely for government funding with the likes of NASA, which is a government agency in the States.
Yeah.
The second problem, of course, is the fact we don't know precisely how reusable these rockets are. SpaceX has been at the front of trialing and using reusable rockets, but if you're going to use one for a city-to-city system, of course you need the safest possible system in place.
Absolutely.
So in the future, what Elon Musk is looking at is by 2024 rollout. Of course, this is all up in the air as these things develop and take course over time.
Up in the air, you say. 2024 is literally still within our lifetimes. Do you, professional opinion, if I can ask that, do you think this is actually possible? I mean, I'm trying to picture what we've seen in terms of space rockets launching from a pad, and then now you're going to figure out a way of landing it, which they land like airplanes anyway. Is this possible? Are we looking at that?
Technology-wise, it is possible, and reusable rockets have been used with great success in the past. But the real key problem at the end of the day is longevity. Will we be able to use the system as simply as we might board an airline now and fly to a different city around the world?
Yeah.
That's the major thing to circumnavigate.
Yeah, well, Elon Musk is an amazing man. I think his Sangoma literally has a fiber optic network to the ancestors. Like, it's just constantly high speed, getting the latest. But thank you so much, Bryan, for keeping us updated. And of course, if you'd like to keep up to date with the latest tech developments and tech news, do visit bandwidthblog.com.